Hi, I'm Max. I work on the product team here at Quick. At Quick, we've been building and deploying generative AI agents alongside our customers for a while now, and we've learned a bunch along the way. In these videos, we're going to walk through how we use our own AI Studio product to overcome some of the challenges and hurdles you may be running into when building large language model powered agents or just evaluating solutions. In this video, we're going to take a look at how AI Studio can help with the observability or black box problem that folks often talking about when attempting to deploy generative AI at enterprise scale. When building out an AI agent, you're often going to be running multiple prompts in parallel, chaining prompts together, fetching data from a knowledge base or some other source, calling off to one or multiple APIs, and failure or issues can happen at any point in that journey. So a tool that simply lets you look at the question a user asked and the answer that was generated is generally not good enough for actually debugging and feeling confident in your experience. So we're going to look at a scenario in the context of a fictional bicycle retailer we have set up here called Quicksilver Bikes. We've got an AI agent running across a range of channels, from web chat to messaging to voice, helping with sales and service inquiries. And let's imagine my boss or my client flagged a response that they thought was incorrect. In this case, they thought that we gave an incorrect answer about our shipping and handling policy. So they've actually gone ahead and already sent me the transcript of this conversation, which I'll pull open here. So this was a voice conversation. I can see the back and forth where we pulled in information specific to this user's account about the balance they owe, and then told them that there was no shipping and handling on this order. So this view is great for giving an understanding of what the assistant said, what the customer asked, but it's not really going to help me understand exactly why that happened. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to open up this conversation details. I'll grab this conversation ID here. I'm going to hop back over into our AI Studio tool. We've been looking at our flow panel the whole time, which is where our assistant is laid out and built. But for our purposes, I'm going to open up our debug workbench here in the top left, which is going to show me all production events within a given period, as well as any testing or staging events. I'm going to hone in on this particular conversation. So it's going to pull up all the events related to this conversation. And I'll go ahead and click on that user question, which I can see right here. So here I get that high level view, once again, of the question we asked, the answer we generated, along with some additional information about token usage, things like that. I've also got access to that customer transcript if I want to review it, see anything that happened before or after this. Then I've also got access to an additional inspector panel that's going to show me all the fields or data points that were collected during the course of the conversation, which can be helpful for debugging. It's also going to be helpful for my AI agent or any human agents who might take over this conversation at some point. But what I really want to focus on is on the left-hand side here. So this is going to be everything that happened in between the question we asked here and the answer that was generated. So you can see there's a ton going on here. And I can dig in at every single step to identify exactly what happened and why. So I know we pulled some account specific information and some general information from our knowledge base to generate that answer. So I'll go ahead and click on this find information behavior here, which is where we're calling off to our knowledge base. These are all the articles that came back based on that search query that we sent off. I'll go ahead and click into shipping and pickup information here. So I get a full preview of that article, additional information we may have added, and then an actual URL of that article here. So I can click in, pretty quickly see that we've got free standard shipping on orders over $50, as well as free shipping for bikes that are being sent to a store. So that's great. Let's go ahead and also take a look at this get account info API call here. So you saw we pulled in some account specific information, so I can see all of that as well. You can see the response we got back. That's going to be things about this customer's order, the store that the bike's going to be available for pickup at, the remaining balance, the bike they ordered, all that information is available here. And then before we actually send that answer to the customer, we're doing a range of other things. So we're going to check things like scope, we're going to check things like tone, and then probably most important for our situation here is we're also going to be citing our sources. So making sure that the information we have access to corroborates the answer we're trying to send. So I can look at this prompt, I can see the model we're using, the entirety of that prompt right here with that conversation context embedded in it. And if I scroll down to the completion here, I can see our citations, right? So this is the information we're saying backs up what we're about to send to the customer. In this case, it's that same shipping and pickup information article we were just having a look at. So I can feel confident when I go back to my boss saying, hey, we're citing our up-to-date policy that's on our website. We might need to make an update to that policy if that's incorrect. Or maybe my boss just wasn't quite taking a full look at this conversation and missed something. So that's a quick example of how AI Studio can help with the observability problem you may be encountering. In future videos, we'll talk more about building an AI Studio. We'll give a higher level view of our analytics offering. And we'll also show how you can turn these types of events into reusable tests that can be rerun on demand, whether that's because you're trying out a new model, adding new flows into your experience, or simply want to double check everything is behaving as expected before you publish an update. If you'd like to test drive AI Studio, you can visit quick.com and sign up for a trial, or reach out to us if you'd like to have a conversation about your specific use case or goals with generative AI. Thanks.